Alright, in this box is a brand new pair of sneakers that could be one of the best basketball sneakers to release all year. And I know that's saying a lot, but genuinely, I'm really stoked for it. So without further ado, let's cut this box open. There we go. So this is A'ja Wilson's brand new signature sneaker with Nike. This is the Nike A1 Pink Aura, I believe is what the name of this particular sneaker and possibly colorway is. Now you can see right here I got a size 9, which is my true size. It does say size 10.5, but that's because, oh, it's over here. Size 10.5, but that's because apparently it is a either unisex or women's exclusive release, something like that. The official colorway of the A1 is Hyper Pink Laser Pink, and that's because it's an entirely pink shoe. So there you go. On the top of the box, you've got A'ja Wilson's signature in this sort of, I don't know what to call that, but that's kind of dope. And then you've got A'ja's logo and her signature and also the Nike logo in gloss. Oh, and then also A1 on the back. Yo, the packaging on this box is A1, is what I would say if I liked puns. And I do, so I did say it. This will be my first time seeing these ever. I've not peeked. I haven't seen them in person anywhere. This is a lighter shade of pink than I thought, actually. And I kind of dig that about it. Look at that. Looks like someone may have tried these on, possibly. So I grabbed these from Dick's Sporting Goods because they completely sold out in the Nike Sneakers app. And they dropped on Dick's Sporting Goods and on Foot Locker and all these sorts of places, I think like a day or two ago. Today is May 9th that I'm filming this video. It'll probably drop a day or two later. But I grabbed these probably a day ago or 2 days ago and just paid for quick shipping. And I finally got them in. So I know this video is a little bit later than, I usually like to do. That being said, it's not a review because I'm not going to do a full performance test on these, or at least I'm not planning to. I'm going to leave that to the more qualified basketball player channels, the people who actually play in their shoes very often. I just usually wear shoes casually. I play here and there, and what I'm trying to figure out is whether these can be worn casually as well as on court. But let's do an initial breakdown of these shoes because I have done some research on their tech specs and all the sort of stuff that goes into this shoe without actually seeing it. I've yet to try it on. We'll try it on in this video together, see how it fits. But A'ja Wilson's Nike A1 released back on May 6th for a retail price of $110, which is pretty great. In fact, some of the most exciting basketball sneakers that have released over the last year or two are all budget basketball sneakers. You've got the AE1 lows, you've got the AE1 highs, you've got Devin Booker's shoes. Well, his are a little bit more expensive. I mean, you got LeBron's, but they're all really expensive, and they're not as exciting as they used to be, and Kobe's are obviously just kind of retros. So in a lot of ways, I think the most exciting ones are the cheaper ones. And they're not just exciting because they're cheaper, it's because they look really good, and in a lot of ways they outperform their price, which is amazing. So it looks like the upper of this shoe is sort of this engineered textile mesh, or just some sort of textile mesh in general. It seems like it's actually relatively thin. That tongue though, whew, that is a thick tongue. I really like the color gradients that you've got going on in the upper. That's actually my favorite part of the shoe. You've got this sort of light pink towards the toe. It does seem like there is a very thin semi-translucent mesh over everything, so all of the pinks kind of get toned down a little bit, but you've got this light pink on the toe and then an even lighter pink and then this white area, which seems to be, is that just like straight up white fabric, or is there actually a cutaway there? No, there is a fabric backing on the inside of the shoe. So it's not gonna be like the thinnest upper in the world, but it probably is relatively breathable. Now I am a little concerned about sizing. I did go true to size on these, and generally in basketball sneakers, especially when I plan to wear them casually, I go up half size. I went true to size to give you guys some sizing advice, but I might end up having to return these or buy my own size, but I do believe they are sold out, so I might just be stuck with my size. That's just how things go. As you continue up on the shoe, you've got more of the pink gradient, which I really love. You've got A'ja Wilson's sort of metallic pink Nike swoosh right there, which I really, really like. You've got these flat pink laces that are striped. You've got a darker pink and a lighter pink, and then behind that, you've got this hot pink tongue, which is padded like crazy. I'm really excited to try these on. And of course, you've got A'ja's logo right there in the tongue. And then you've also got, well, actually, it's the same logo on both tongues. I expected one to be her logo and one to be something else. But no, same thing on both tongues. Inside the shoe, this heel area is crazy padded too. Oh my gosh, that's wild. So this whole shoe is going to be a padding adventure. The insole, let me pull it out. Let me see how it looks. Is it glued down? It might be glued down. It's lightly glued. It's lightly adhered. You got some light stickiness in the bottom. It's kind of your standard foam insole, nothing crazy. You've got A'ja's logo there on the heel. It comes in pink, which is cool. Yeah, okay. Par for the course. As expected though, for a $110 basketball sneaker, you can't expect like crazy tech on a pair of shoes that are really, really well priced, especially for a performance basketball shoe. These are cheaper than Air Force Ones. Can you believe that? The eye stay of the shoe seems to be this sort of synthetic pink leather. You've got these two white eyelets right there on the medial side, which is interesting. And then moving around to the back of the shoe, you've got A'ja's signature right there. And I've got to say, my favorite part of the entire shoe is the upper, at least visually. I think the midsole is supposed to be the sort of the marquee detail of the shoe in terms of overall performance and feel, but the upper looks incredible. It's kind of got that Air Max 97 vibe to it a little bit, which I really like, but I love the way it looks. And I'm not usually a pink fan. My wife loves pink, specifically Dusty Rose, so it's a very specific tone of pink, so I don't know if she's gonna love these, but I will say that the pinks, the tonal pinks and the gradient you've got going on really gives this shoe a very unique look, and one that I'm actually kind of excited to rock. So according to Nike's website, the midsole is made up of a couple different kinds of foam. You've got Cushlon, which is exposed here in the center on both sides, and then it's encased in a much more standard looking and really feeling foam, to be honest with you. I do like how the midsole features a lot of different color variation. You've got some different textures as well and some different finishes. You've got a very glossy and iridescent look on the lateral side, and then much more of a kind of a sparkly look on the medial side, which is not something you see a lot in basketball sneakers. Not my favorite, but again, not mad at it. It's different. I like different. But getting down to the bottom of the shoe, you've got this pink rubber outsole with this traction pattern that sort of radiates off of the Nike swoosh right there in the center. It says, "As a matter of fact, the best is yet to come." I'm assuming that's an Asia Wilson quote. But hey, with the initial overview out of the way, why don't we try these guys on and see how they fit. All right, so you probably can't hear me incredibly well because the mic is right there, but I do want to try these guys on, see how they fit, see how they feel, and give you guys my honest first impressions. Also got the new Apothecary Performance socks on. If you guys want to grab some basketball socks to play ball in, check them out through the link at the top of the description below. Use code Seth for your first purchase to get $5 off. It's awesome. Whew, a little tight. I don't want you guys to see the mess that's around me, but there you go. You can't see me fully if you don't see the full mess. I will say, first impression, they are a little tight. I kind of wish that I had gone up at least a half size, just so that they fit a little bit better for casual wear. They're not bad though. I think for ball they might work out, but they're definitely tight around the heel area. If I did this again, I'd definitely go up half a size. I think if you don't want a super snug fit, you probably do want to go up at least half a size. I'm going to try these unlaced really quick to see if that helps for casual wear. I mean, I wear my Kobe's the same way. They feel pretty similar on foot to Kobe's. Actually, really quick, let me see how comfortable they are. Softness underfoot is not bad. Not bad at all. Squishy, which is good. Not like overly squishy though. Definitely better than a lot of other shoes out there for the same price. I think they're similar. I haven't worn AE ones in a minute, but they feel similar to AE ones. They are nice though, but definitely go up half size. After trying the shoes on, let me pull them off really quick. Not the easiest to pull off. They're tight, man. They're super tight. Now I will say, I'm sure if I went up a half size, it'd be perfect. And I think these are supposed to be worn tight for ball. But for me, they're too tight. I think I am gonna have to go up a half size, just because it's just like a little too snug. That being said, they do feel good on the top of your foot and around your heel. There's a lot of padding, like so much padding. That's probably one of the reasons why they're so tight. I also just noticed this logo on the back of the tongue. But overall, for a $110 pair of shoes, it looks good, it feels good on foot. The upper is kind of warm, but it's nothing like crazy. And I'm sure the more I wear it, if I actually went outside in the shoe, because I've literally only tried it on in the studio, it's very late at night. I'm sure they'd be better than how it feels in here, but I will say, if I go up half a size, I'm probably gonna love these. But all the pieces are there. The design is there, the cushion is there. I think Asia Wilson and Nike knocked this shoe out of the park. I think it's one of the best basketball sneakers to drop in a long time, mainly because of the two things that I just talked about, the cushion and the design, but also the price point. $110, that's hard to pass up, especially when it looks as good as this. If you don't like pink, there are other colorways dropping. There's a blue one and a white one, and also another pink one, I think. But I kind of dig the pink. It's different. It's very unlike anything else that I have in my collection, so I'm really into it. But hey, with this sort of initial try-on / review out of the way, I'd love to know your thoughts on the Nike A1 Pink Aura and whether you plan to grab a pair of these shoes for yourself or whether you already have. Let me know those thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.